Hello, good morning, and thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Casey Phillips, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers team reporter and your MC for today's celebration. We not only have very exciting news to share, but we will also hear from all the key players that helped us score this huge win for our community. To kick us off and to set the tone, please help me welcome the Executive Director of the College Football Playoff, Rich Clark.
All right, how's everybody doing? Great. Big day, big day. It's great to be here, and we are honored because I can see some people who are about to burst because they've been holding on to a secret for a long time. But I will tell you, you did a good job. You did a good job. I was in the military. Keeping secrets was essential, and I don't see it that much out here in this enterprise, but you guys did great. So it is uncommon for that to happen, but Tampa is an uncommon city. And when I say uncommon, I mean that in the best of ways. You are extraordinary, you are one of a kind, and you are our number one choice for the announcement that I'm about to make. You have that cohesiveness in your community, people that want to do good things for your community. You love sports, you're a destination city. You have warm hospitality here, and that's what makes it so special. So it is going to be pretty awesome when we start moving forward with this great event that we're going to talk about. I want to thank a few key playmakers, though. First, Mayor Jane Castor. Ma'am, thank you for having us here. You are no stranger to championships, a couple Stanley Cups, a Super Bowl, and an appearance in the World Series, so this is going to be pretty awesome. Commissioner Ken Hagan, thank you very much, sir. Eric Hart and the Tampa Sports Authority, thank you for being so welcoming to us. Mr. Santiago Carrata and Visit Tampa Bay. Brian Ford and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, thank you. Derek Brooks, legendary NFL Hall of Famer and College Football Hall of Famer. Just awesome. Thank you, sir. Ben Milsom and the Tampa Bay Sports Commission, thank you so much for your support. And last but not least, our good friend Rob Higgins. Thank you, Rob, for the work that you have put into this. Your commitment and leadership is what makes this happen, and congratulations on USF and being the CEO there. That's going to be awesome. They're lucky to have you. But right now, I have the honor of calling the next play, and that's going to be a video. So let's roll it.
Tampa Bay, a Focus Championship site in 2017, has a new vision. One that won't be defined by a single pass moment or play, but by one community forging its next championship chapter together. Building on our championship culture, we will propel the game's biggest moment to new horizons in an unmatched premier destination. Fearless, ambitious, cutting edge, relentless. From today until the confetti falls, we will be bold in our mission through our collective strength to impact every corner of our community as we build upon a lasting legacy, because that is the Tampa Bay way. Champions are crowned in this community, and once again, all eyes will be on Tampa Bay when the lights shine the brightest. Get ready. College Football Playoff National Championship returns to Tampa Bay at Raymond James Stadium in January 2029. All eyes on us. Let's go.
All right, there it is. Congratulations, Tampa Bay. Congratulations, CFP. This is going to be a great partnership, and it will be, without a doubt, the best championship game to date. So thank you for having us, and now I'd like to turn it back over to Casey to continue with the show. Thank you, everyone.
All right, thank you so much, Rich. Up first from Team Tampa Bay is a lifelong Hillsborough County resident and longtime community leader that also helped champion the 2017 College Football Championship hosting effort. Please help me welcome Hillsborough County Commissioner Ken Hagan.
Thank you, Casey, and thank you, Rich. Good morning, everyone. I got to tell you, what an exciting day. It's somewhat surreal, as Eric Hart and I were chatting about earlier, 10 years ago, that we were standing at this very same spot to announce the 2017 game. So definitely an exciting day. But Tampa Bay has a rich and successful history of hosting nearly every major sporting event out there, from 5 Super Bowls to 4 NCAA Women Final Fours, 3 NCAA Men's Frozen Four, and now our second College Football National Championship game. And Rich touched on this, and a major reason for our success is the culture of Team Tampa Bay. And we've used this term in the past, and I can tell you it's not just a cute slogan. I think this morning is a shining example of Team Tampa Bay in action, where all of our partners get together, come to the table asking, what can we do to make this event experience the very best it can be? In my 23 years in office, I can tell you that the spirit of collaboration and cooperation with all of our partners has never been stronger. And that's really thanks to our good friend Rob Higgins and the Tampa Bay Sports Commission. But as you will see this morning, Team Tampa Bay is invested and committed on delivering all the promises made and to ensure that the 2029 College Football Playoff National Championship game is the best one yet, as Rich stated. And these are not just talking points. We were very fortunate to be the 3rd host city of the playoff championship back in 2017. And having been a member of the host committee at that time, I saw firsthand the excitement and energy that this event infuses into a community, driving significant economic and social impact while leaving a lasting impression and legacy behind. From the record-setting crowd here at Raymond James Stadium and the free family-friendly events to the extra yard for teachers and playoff green, I can tell you that the College Football Playoff National Championship will unite our community and impact our community like never before. As we do with every major event, we are ready and eager to collaborate and to be with all of our partners and to ensure that this championship reaches new heights. With the incredible growth of our community, and a big thanks to that to our mayor, Jane Castor, who will be speaking here next, particularly our spectacular Riverwalk and bustling downtown, Channelside and Midtown districts, and with the growth of the College Football Playoff National Championship game, the timing is perfect for a reunion. It's game day every day for Team Tampa Bay. We're eager to get to work. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Commissioner. We appreciate your longstanding leadership and unwavering support. Our next guest has been calling the plays for the city of Tampa for many years, so please help me welcome our quarterback and mayor, Jane Castor.
All right, what an exciting day this is. And to Rich and the rest of the college football playoff team, I will say welcome to the best city in America. Just a bit biased, but I know that everybody that lives, works, and plays in Tampa Bay will agree with that. And to echo a lot of what Ken said, it's all about the way we work together, the collaboration. And I know you saw that in 2017. You'll see it again here in 2029. And one of the things that I want to share, I've been a part of the pitches that have brought the women's Final Four here to Tampa, women's basketball Final Four here for a record 5th time. And I had in one of the very first pitches, there was the athletic director from Louisiana State, LSU, and she told me, she said, it is all about the experience. It's all about the experience for the players, for the fans, and for the community as well. And she said, I've been doing these for 40 years, and she said, I've never seen an experience like Tampa Bay put forward. And so that's what we're focused on, is making sure that everyone gets to have that experience on and off the field here. Some of the amenities that you saw in the sizzle reel, Ken and I were talking earlier. I go, hey, Ken, what do they call that when they fade away from the game and show all the things that are great about your city? He goes, I'm not sure. I go, well, maybe that's what they call it, the fadeaway. But anyway, you know, to be able to show off our community, the world's best beaches, talk about the neighborhoods that we have that are so diverse and so vibrant. That's what the players want to come and see. Down on the waterfront with the Riverwalk, we've got amenities like the aquarium and Busch Gardens, just so many things for people to do while they're here for the game. And then, of course, the national championship is what everybody's here for. But we could not be more excited to be able to host this event. We are not called Tampa Bay for no reason. We are Tampa Bay because everyone here is a champion, and we come together to make sure that we show the rest of the world that. So we want to say thank you to the National Championship for believing in us, and we promise you this, you will not be disappointed when you come to Tampa Bay in 2029. Thank you.
All right, and now please help me welcome up Ben Milsom.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for being here today. Thank you, Mayor. It's a pleasure to join Team Tampa Bay today for an exciting announcement. I want to thank everyone involved at the Sports Commission. Without their work, their tireless and humble effort, this wouldn't come together. Rob Higgins had nothing to do with any of this, so just kidding. Team Tampa Bay refers to our sports community and how they come together. We're one team dedicated to delivering one for the record books. Rich said earlier the word uncommon, which is defined as outside or beyond a normal experience. That's what we do here. We make uncommon things really great, and this is going to be one of those events. So we're really excited to have everyone back. Thank you all for being here, and thanks for the efforts that went into this. Next is going to be my friend and fellow Tampa Bay Sports Commission board member, Mr. Eric Hart. Thanks.
Good afternoon. I get to follow all these people. It makes it so easy for me. Team Tampa Bay, we talk about it. It is culture here. When you think about what happens in Tampa and the number of shows and what's happened to this venue and what's happened to this city over the last 15 to 20 years is amazing. They talk about Tampa and we say, you know, we're on fire and the nation's noticed. This is an example of that effort that's gone on by this group. And when we say Team Tampa Bay, we talk about not just our partners, but the city, the county, the state. Everybody puts efforts forward to make this happen. I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about my board and the support I've gotten from them and from our county commission and from the city. Without the efforts and the funding and all the things that we get support-wise from the city and county, none of this would happen. So it's really important to Tampa Bay. And I've worked in 5 major cities, and I would tell you that I've never seen an effort like what you see here in Tampa. It is truly a special place, and we are so excited, Rich, that you gave us the honor to host this again. I was here in 2017, and it was really exciting then. I can't tell you how excited I am for this moving forward. One piece that I do want to add to this, Mr. Higgins. So we all talk about Rob. I'm going to give you a little story about Rob. We flew up to try to win this event in Atlanta, and someone was going through a significant health issue at that time, Mr. Higgins. He looked like walking death, to be quite honest with you. But we got up there. He put his good game face forward. If you recall, we were hosting a soccer event at that time called with Lionel Messi, and we were making sure that we could get to the finish line. Rob got there, went to bed early, got up first thing in the morning, flew to Las Vegas, took video of Messi and met with the whole team out there and made sure that he had his promotional materials, got back on a flight, did a red-eye back, and was back for the game that night. That's the commitment, and that's the commitment that he made to college football and why we are so good here at the city. Rob, you've been a key part of it, so I want to thank you for your efforts on this, because you were really you were our GOAT. You made it happen for us, so I can't thank you enough for that. So many more events coming here at Raymond James Stadium. This is just the tip. Our partners at the Sports Commission, we're working on great things, and you're going to see a lot of stuff coming here in the next couple of years. More big announcements to follow. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and pass the baton to another fellow board member, the CEO of the Tampa Bay, or Visit Tampa Bay, Santiago Carrata.
Well, good morning, everyone. What a pleasure it is to be here. Thank you to the CFP family. Thank you, Mr. Clark. Thank you for this opportunity. And ditto to everything that's been said. When you come later in the program, you have to figure a different way of delivering the message. And all I can say is that in 2029, when we crown a new college national champion here in Tampa, Florida, what a different place it's going to be. And I can say that as a matter of fact, because if the college football national championship were being played here this year, the transformation that has happened in this city from 2017 is dramatic. You've heard about a Riverwalk. We've added 2 districts to this city since 2017. You heard about Midtown and Water Street. We have 2 more districts that may be up and running by 2029, Gasworks and the Ybor Harbor. We've added plenty of hotel product, a Marriott Edition, a JW Marriott, a Poly House. We have a Pendry under construction. You've heard about all the incredible amenities that continue to evolve, just like the College Football National Championship has evolved. We now have a playoff. We didn't have that back in 2017. Well, this city has just developed in an incredible way. But as the mayor, and you've heard said here before, our secret weapon is the people. The mayor says this all the time. You can take many of our lessons to other cities, but what you can't have is our people. And it's that unity, that spirit of collaboration, cooperation, and friendliness. It's easy for me now to sell this city across the globe, because what we have here is truly uncommon, but it's truly special. So you're going to see an incredible city in 2029, like you're seeing today, when we talk about all the incredible growth we're seeing, the amenities, and of course, we know how to deliver on special events. We've talked about all the many, many events that we have hosted. And now it is really my pleasure, because we're so fortunate to have a world-class venue in Raymond James Stadium, but also a world-class franchise in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And it's my incredible honor to introduce a great community partner, a great friend, the Chief Operating Officer of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Brian Ford.
Well, good morning and thank you, Santiago. And on behalf of the Glazer family and our entire organization, I have just 2 things to say. Thank you, Rich, and the entire CFP community organization, and what you bring to the table for selecting Tampa and giving us an opportunity for us to host such a monumental event in 2029. And then I'd like to say congratulations to Team Tampa. And it's been said here time after time, speaker after speaker, and I'm up here. You know, Raymond James Stadium, we're very proud of the brick and mortar, but what really makes Raymond James Stadium is the people. And it's the people of Team Tampa, not only here at Raymond James Stadium, but in our community. So again, on behalf of our entire organization, the Glazer family, I'd like to say congratulations, and yes, Rob Higgins for being our GOAT quarterback, and leading this charge, but to the city and to the county and to everyone, to the Tampa Sports Authority, the Sports Commission. This is Team Tampa at its best, and we're honored to be part of that team. And congratulations to everyone involved. And Rich, it's going to be a monumental day. I think you said it best, the best ever. So with that, I have another member of Team Tampa, and it's been mentioned, NFL Hall of Fame, Buccaneer Ring of Honor, College Football Hall of Fame, but truly one of our advocates. And working with Derek Brooks, I'm more impressed with what he does off the field than what he ever dreamt of accomplishing on the field. So Derek, why don't you come on up and you can bring this in for a landing here. Thank you all very much.
Man, we got to do something about that walk-up music for 2029. Jeez, that ain't getting nobody fired up or anything. Exactly. Everybody, let's bow our heads and pray. But in all seriousness, thank you guys. Rich, thank you. Obviously, everybody involved at CFP for trusting us with the biggest product that college football has to offer back here in 2029. It's been said we've earned the right to be in this position, but the rewards are going to be tremendous in this partnership. So thank everybody, all the members of Team Tampa that's been said before. Thank you guys for this commitment, this hard work that goes into this. And again, I'm just proud to be one of the members to make this possible. When I think about CFP and the perspective that I could just bring to that's not already been said as a former student athlete just last year, I just recall the experiences of what it meant to be in the host city and how you made them feel. As Mayor said earlier, being a part of the Women's Final Four and those student athletes coming here and experience and hear the things that they talk about. Yes, the game and the competition are going to take care of itself, but for some of those men and some of those women, that'll be the last time that they have a competitive play in their sport. That's going to happen for a lot of those men in 2029. They'll never play another down of football again. The last down will be played on this field, in this city. And that's the experience that when I go to work and be a part of this, I go thinking that how can I better have that young man, those coaches, whomever it is, if this is the last time that they have a competitive play, what's the experience is going to be like for them that they will have the most memorable time by being here and being a part of the city of Tampa. That's the perspective and that's the hard work that I want to bring to the table here, that we'll be ready to step up to the table in 2029. But the game of CFP and the college football game goes well beyond that. When you talk about the impact on this community, I was able to be a part of that through the Extra Yards for Teachers in 2017. Our high school that I co-owned with Eddie DeBarlow and his family, our teachers was one of the recipients, along with the partnership from our host committee, of those funding. And that allowed us to introduce, back then, the very first version of artificial intelligence that allowed us to start going down that path with our students at the school and rewarding the teachers for their hard work. From the experience of hanging those banners of all those schools at our gym, in my mind, that gave these students even extra inspiration to go to college and see college as a real step. It allowed our student services to have another entry point of connection to serve our students when it came to dreaming about going to college. So again, the CFP and Extra Yards for Teachers was able to provide that. And then you talk about sustainability and the environmental footprint. You know, Playoff Green. That's another initiative that CFP and that partnership with our host committee allows us to serve our community in a whole different footprint, but yet leave a lasting legacy on our city that goes well beyond, 2029. Just as Santiago said, all these things has happened since 2017. So I'm very grateful to be a part of the team that gets a chance to bring these memories alive for these student athletes, but more importantly, bring these memories alive for us, because we're going to be out playing the role of servant leadership. So with no further ado, I'd like to bring back Ms. Casey to the stage to take us in the fourth quarter into the 2-minute drill. So Casey.
All right, thank you so much, Derek, and thank you so much to all of the playmakers on Team Tampa Bay for joining us today and sharing your insights, support, and enthusiasm. It is going to be an incredible journey together. We have one last special guest and segment to close out the special moment in Tampa Bay sports history, and if we are being honest, Team Tampa Bay and the many wins for our hometown might not exist without this guy. He spent 24 years running the Tampa Bay Sports Commission, recruiting event after event to the Tampa Bay community, and building one of the most reputable major event resumes in the country. Today's announcement is in large part due to his leadership, persistence, and resilience. So please give a warm welcome to the new CEO of athletics at the University of South Florida, Rob Higgins.
Thank you so much, guys. Before we get started and bring back up our guest of honor, I just wanted to thank, again, this incredible crew we have with us. I'll start with Commissioner Hagan, Mayor Castor, Ben Milsom. I know Jeff Adams is here as well, Eric Hart, Santiago Carrata, and Derek Brooks, as well as Brian Ford from the Buccaneers and AK and everybody else. Let's give them one more round of applause for all of their support. Without them, this truly would not be possible. Now I'd love to bring back up our guest of honor, Rich Clark, who is the Executive Director of the College Football Playoff. Rich, if you don't mind joining us. I've got a great list of questions we're going to walk through, talk a little bit about the format. There's one that's off the script that'll make our staff really nervous, though, that I'll start with. Did you see yet in the bid response where USF gets the automatic qualifier into the national championship? Because it was really small print, page 1,238. Did you find that yet, or no?
It was really small print. So small, imperceptible. So, yeah,
well,
good try,
good.
Rob. Good try. He's already working.
Yes,
He's already working.
Absolutely. Expect that the selection committee will get some of that lobbying as well. But in all seriousness, before you became executive director of the College Football Playoff, you spent 38 years in the Air Force and made your way all the way up to lieutenant general. That's a pretty dramatic career shift. What went into that massive career change for you?
Yeah, I'll be honest. Sometimes I ask myself the same question, and my wife definitely does. She's like, "Why did they pick you?" I'm like, "Come on, honey, give me some credit here." But it's a good question. And honestly, for me, it was a pretty easy decision. I got approached by a search firm, and they said, "You're the long shot candidate. You're the non-traditional candidate." I was like, "So does that mean do I have a shot?" And they were like, "Yeah." And so I put my name in the hat and went through the interviews and feel very blessed to have been selected for the job. The thing that appealed to me about it most, I played college football at the Air Force Academy for 4 years, and it changed my life. The leadership and some of the things that Derek was talking about, you know, I can remember that last play that I played in Rice Stadium against the University of Texas, which we did win, but that's beside the point. But it really does change lives. And for us to be able to bring a playoff to college football and the people that are involved in it, it is really significant. And for me to be able to still give back to the sport that gave me so much is really important to me. So I just feel very blessed and fortunate to be a part of it. And the CFP team is spectacular. A lot of people asked me when I got the job, they said, "So are you going to bring in your own people into the CFP?" And I was like, "I don't have people, so no." And I couldn't be happier with the team that I am now a part of. And a lot of you know many of them. Brett Daniels is here with me today, but just an amazing team, and I feel just blessed and fortunate to be a part of it.
And I know they feel so fortunate to have you as well. And please send our regards to all of them back
They
home
all
at the
told me to
headquarters.
tell Rob Higgins. He is like a celebrity on our staff. Everybody knows Rob Higgins, and everybody was upset, to be honest, when we realized he wasn't going to be a part of the commission when we got here. But we're all very excited for your new job. USF is lucky.
Thank you, Rich. I really appreciate it. Since the last time we hosted in 2017, I know it's only been 8 years, but a lot has changed about the college football playoff format now with 12 teams. Can you give our audience a little bit more look into that, what that process is like now and how the teams are selected?
Yeah, so the last year was the first year of the 12-team playoff, and it's kind of funny. The only guidance I got when I came into the job at CFP was, "Don't mess this up." And I was like, okay, that's broad, but you know sometimes you like broad guidance, right? But it was the first year of the 12-team playoff, and the commissioners on the management committee and our presidents who are part of the board of managers, the university presidents, really wanted to make sure that it went off without a hitch. And I think it revolutionized the playoff. It has really had a positive impact on college football. And so last year was obviously the first year of it, and immediately, I'll back up. I know one thing that we did know is that it wasn't going to be 100% right. We knew that. But what we needed to do was put our best foot forward and then look back and go, what changes need to happen? And I would say the biggest change that happened really from last year is the seeding. Last year we reseeded from the ranking, which our selection committee starts ranking the first week of November. But last year the top 5 conference champions went into the playoff, and that'll still happen this year. But the top 4 of them received byes past the first round. So now we're going to rank teams according to their or seed teams according to their ranking. So teams will be rewarded for what they did on the field. They will be ranked in accordance with their position. So the top 4 ranked teams will get a bye this year, as opposed to last year, and that's going to be a great change. There's some other smaller changes and things that we're doing just to add to it, but we're always looking. And one of our values at CFP, we have actually 3 values. The first one is obviously integrity. Integrity to do the right thing, always. When nobody's looking, you still do the right thing. And what we say with that is, if you're doing it right, you're living honorably. Our next one is humility. Humility doesn't mean that you think less of yourself. It just means that you think of yourself less. And for us, humility means that you're lifting others. You're lifting others ahead of yourself. You're not climbing on the backs of people to get ahead, but you're making them better. And then the last one is excellence. And that's a hard one sometimes, because people are like, well, that means you're the best or you're the top. What we believe it is that you get better every day. Every time you practice, you're better this time than you were last time. Every day you go to work, you're better today than you were yesterday. Every season, you're better this season than last season. And that's how we're trying to take the playoff. Every time we do it, we're looking, how do we make it better? What can we do to elevate it? Elevate that performance every time. So that is key and critical to us, and we are always looking. And by the time we bring it to Tampa, it is going to be at such a high level, and you will only help us to take it to the next level, because we will always try to elevate our performance. But the playoff has evolved, and it is a great product, but we're going to keep making it better.
I love that. Now, from a selection committee standpoint, who are the individuals and what roles they play that comprise the selection committee?
So they are high integrity individuals, and those same values apply to our selection committee, because you can imagine the scrutiny that they come under. But they are former players, either college or college and pro. They are former coaches. They are sitting athletic directors. We have a journalist on the committee, but they were picked mostly for their character, their ability to do the right thing, to always look at the situation, and regardless of the other pressures, because they get a lot of pressure on them, that they're going to make the right choices, and they're going to put the work in, because it requires an immense amount of time. They have a lot of data that they have to sort through, but they also have to watch games. I mean, they watch 12 to 18 games in a given weekend. But they have to bring the art and the science to the selection room, and then they have to talk about it. They have to discuss. And the one thing about this group is that they are so committed to college football that they only want to make it better. So this group of people, I am so impressed with just how they conduct themselves, the camaraderie among them, but mostly the product that they put out. Very strong, and I'm always excited. We start, like I said, the first week in November, and off we go.
I had the opportunity not that long ago to be a part of a mock selection process, and you gain a whole new respect for it and everything they go through to make these decisions. So kudos to all of them. Now, the college football playoff is 11 years old. As you look back, what are some of your favorite success stories related to it?
Wow, there's so many awesome. I mean, your game here in 2017 was that was off the chart, right? But 11 times the CFP, under the leadership of Bill Hancock, who was my predecessor. He's a hero to me because I'll just tell you a quick story about Bill. When I got selected for this, I was supposed to retire from the Air Force in January of 24, and there were some holdups on general officers and the Secretary of the Air Force. I had already gotten the job, and he said, "Hey, we need you to stick around till June." I was like, "I got a job that I'm supposed to go to. Are you sure?" And you don't tell the Secretary of the Air Force no. So I called Bill to tell him that I was going to have to turn the job down, and to me it was devastating. And Bill said, "Hey, I can stick around until June, until they let you go." And so I will just always hold him in the highest esteem, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. But throughout, the college football playoff has crowned 11 champions. I mean, 11 champions. And I don't ever remember a time where somebody said that team shouldn't have been a champion. The playoff has done a great job doing that. And then Bill was key, as well as the commissioners, our conference commissioners, to bringing this 12-team format actually into reality, because it's been talked about for a long time. And when I was a fan, I'll be honest, in a good way. How's this good? I was throwing stones at the college football playoff. I was like, "What are you doing? Why aren't we getting this 12?" Because people were talking about it. I was like, "What's the holdup? This is perfect." I didn't know if it would be 12-team, but we needed a playoff. And now I understand everything that went into that decision. I mean, it was tough, and I'm grateful that it was made before I got there. And I walked into a great situation. But I think bringing the 12-team playoff to reality is a crowning achievement of the college football playoff. I wish I could say that I had a role in it, but I am definitely glad to be a part of it. And I thank the commissioners who made some tough decisions, and then the CFP team that really went to the mat to make sure that the first one was very good and strong, and that we did it in the right way, and we're only going to get better.
Well, you continue to get it right. You can tell every game, every play matters, every snap. It truly, there's an emphasis on it, and the fans have a huge affinity for it. Now, when I say everything matters, what matters when you're looking at potential host communities? What are those key things that you're trying to boil down to that led to a decision like this?
Yeah, so there are a lot of things that go into this, and I'll be honest, it is more painstaking than I thought. We go in depth, and a lot of things like what is the sort of reputation of the city. A destination city is so critical, because people are going to come. Some people are just going to come to Tampa because it's a great place to go. I mean, forget about the game. People will say, "Oh, Tampa, well, let's go there." But you also have to have the infrastructure, the hotels, the transportation, all of the things that make it easy for fans to get around, not just to the game, but to all the other events that are going to take place, because we don't want it to just be about the game. We want this to be a big event. We want to be something great for the city that really highlights all of the aspects of your city. So that type of infrastructure is really important. And like you have in Tampa, and I'll say our team was very excited to bring it back to Tampa for this reason, because your community, and it's been said before, your community comes together to make this happen. And that happened in 2017, and they were very happy that that sort of teamwork is going to be is still present here, and it will be present in 29. but having the different groups that aren't, they're lifting others. You know, we talked about humility. People are able to put their differences aside, whatever they might be, and probably in Tampa there are no differences, but people are able to come together for the greater good to make this happen, and that's what they saw in Tampa. And our team is really excited for that reason, that your leadership is about one and moving everybody in the right direction. And then you love sports. I mean, you have amazing athletes in this area, amazing teams, and people love their sports here. And that is also critically important. So there, you can imagine a lot of teams want to get the playoff, but it's an uncommon team that gets it, an uncommon city that we select, and we are very excited to bring it to Tampa because you know how to do it, and we know that from 2017, and we're going to see even more in 29. So we're really excited.
There's no better way to wrap things up than with that comment, Rich. We just are so appreciative to have this honor. We truly consider it to be the highest honor possible to have an opportunity to host you in 2029, and can't wait to continue to work with you with all of Team Tampa Bay to make this really special.
Yeah,
so let's give a round of applause to Rich.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Huh?
Okay. Great. Thank you all.
All right, can we have one more round of applause for all of our speakers this morning? Truly such an exciting time. I am honored to have gotten to be a part of this, and we want to thank you all for joining us, and we look forward to your continued support as we start preparations for 2029 today. We'd like to invite all the speakers to the stage for a quick group photo. We encourage the rest of you to get a commemorative photo with the CFP Championship Trophy that is also here with us today. And our speakers will be available for interviews after the photo, so please see a member of our media team for assistance. Thank you all again so much, and have a great rest of your afternoon.